mean, what can I say? Just stick my hat and call the Yankees my daddies.
Let's roll with one quick rant.
Well, it's about a guy on MLB Network. He goes by the name of Brian Kenny. I believe Brian started out at ESPN a long time ago. He's been around for a while. He read like half a book on sabermetrics and started to like portray himself as a stat head, kind of a sabermetrics guy. He's got a lot of Darren Rovell qualities to him, where it's like you're trying so hard to show how smart you are and nobody likes it. Anyway, he decides, this is after the Yankees and White Sox played their first game on Thursday night, where it was a fun game. It went back and forth a few times. Yankees had a 7-4 lead, and former Red Sox legend Yoan Moncada hit a 3-run home run to tie it up. But then the Yankees ended up scoring 8 more runs to win it 15-7. In that game, Giancarlo Stanton, he went 3 for 4 with 6 RBIs and a home run. Pretty good game. So on the MLB highlight show that night, Kenny is having on longtime Yankees hater Ron Darling, and then Jason Stark. And so I'm just going to read a few snippets because I still haven't figured out how to put audio onto this podcast over Zoom. So we'll work on that. But here's a few things that Kenny said in this piece. The Yankees are 23-8. Giancarlo Stanton went 3 for 4 tonight with 6 RBIs. So, and this is verbatim. So it's a good time to ask this question. Is Stanton good or bad for the Yankees? Yeah, we're going there. Well, you know, the Yankees are 15 games over 500 in mid-May, and Stanton went 3 for 4, but I guess that wasn't enough for him. So he said, you ask most Yankee fans, and they'll talk about is how he has a lot of non-competitive at-bats. I know a lot of Yankee fans, both in my life as well as online. That is not all we talk about. He then throws up a graphic comparing Stanton's averages per season on home runs, batting average, a few other things. And for his, this is his 5th season with the Yankees and his last 5 Marlin seasons. And they are partially skewed because of injuries, but AC, can you think of one more thing that might skew his averages for the Yankees?
Maybe a short porch.
No, maybe a shortened season because of COVID.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because his home run total was significantly lower because he played 55 games in 2020 or something like that. I don't know how much, 54, I think. Yeah. So
as you were asking that, I was literally looking at statistics for a Red Sox prospect we're going to talk about later, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, dang, these guys didn't even play in 2020. So
yeah, exactly. So he said some things like he's a different player, but is he a good player? It's feast or famine, especially, and this is my favorite part. He goes, it is always feast or famine with him, especially, I believe, and I haven't done the research against good pitching. So he just throws out that opinion that he does not hit good pitching, and even admits, I believe this, but I haven't done the research. Sounds like a lot of the unofficial epidemiologists we've had over the last 2 years online about COVID on both sides of the aisle. And he goes, and we know come playoff time, it is only good pitching you see. So is that a problem? So I'm going to go ahead and refer Brian Kenny to statmuse.com/MLB/Giancarlo Stanton career postseason stats. Carlo has played in looks like 18 postseason games now, all for the Yankees, of course. His overall numbers are 297, 373, 734, 9 home runs, 19 hits, 13 runs, 17 RBI, and that's I don't know if it's legendary, but I think a lot of October playoff teams would take that bat in their lineup, a guy that hits almost 300 with that kind of power, a home run every other game.
I think the Pirates of the early 90s would have loved to have that in their lineup, instead of double.
I never was a big Brian Kenny fan, again, as I said earlier, because I feel like he just read like half a book and then decided he was an expert. But that piece this week just cements that, especially when he even says, "I believe," and I haven't done the research. That really is what got me. So, and of course, Giancarlo, I think since that piece has hit 2 more home runs for the Yankees and is now, I think, tied for second in the American League. So, that's my rant.
How about that?